subscribe and hit the like button so you can see all the great videos we post. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step guide on how to fillet a trout. Now, I have a nice sized rainbow right here, and there are a lot of ways to fillet trout. There are probably hundreds of ways to fillet trout out there, but I'm going to show you one of the easiest ones I've learned. Now, right here, I have a proper descaler and a knife. Either of these work great for descaling trout, but I'm going to use my actual descaler because it is an actual descaler. Another thing that's going to be really hard for you on trout is going to be holding them. So what I like to do is go into the gills, hold them just like you would a muskie or something, and just start descaling and descaling and descaling. And correct me in the comments, of course you can, if I'm doing anything wrong here, but I'm just going against the scales, and you can see it's really smooth. When it's really smooth, that's when you know you've got all your scales. So that side's pretty good. Now I'm gonna flip to the other side, and again, it can be pretty tricky to hold a trout and fillet it because they're just so slippery. So I like to hold them by the gills, and don't press down too hard. It can squish your fish just enough so it can hold it in place, and you can get a nice descale. Jeez, this could be a fillet knife. It's actually really sharp. But if you don't have an actual descaler like this, a knife will work just as well. And if you're wondering where I did get this trout from, got from Laguna and Miguel Lake, but this is just a fillet video. So I pretty much got all the scales off the fish now. You can see here's a fish that is this descaled? Mm-mm. Here's a fish that is not descaled right here, and then this is the fish that is descaled right here. And you can see a big difference, and then just wash your fish off because a lot of those scales are going to be on your fish, and you don't want to eat. You don't want to. Oh my gosh! Oh, these are giant, but found a little piece of that in there. Won't want to eat that. But just take a little bit of time to wash them off because you don't want to be eating your food and you bite into a scale. I've done that before and it tastes very bad. Oh, okay, so I'm going to show you what you're going to really want to do on this fish, and then I'm going to show you cutting it. So pretend my finger's a knife. You're going to want to go just right behind that gill plate and go under this fin. So your knife is going to kind of want to go here and then under that fin. And then, but you're going to want to stop here kind of. And then you're going to want to cut from the butthole all the way up here. And then you kind of rip the head and all the guts will come out with it. So now I'm going to show you cutting it. So again, I'm just going to go right behind that gill plate. You will lose a little meat, but like filleting all fish, you're going to always lose a little meat. And then just like that, I'm going to wash all the blood off right there. And then I'm going to start cutting from the butthole up. And a mistake a lot of people will make is they're cutting like 5 feet into the fish. Of course, no trout is 5 feet deep, but still. People cut really, okay, gotta wash my fingers here. People cut really deep into their fish, and then what ends up happening is instead of that little tiny bit of meat they're losing, maybe a fillet, and then again all the guts come out with it. And then you're going to see this black line right here. That's a fish's kidney. And all you're going to want to do is score it right there with your knife. Get any guts out that you missed. This is about the hardest trout I've ever filleted. They're not usually this hard, okay? And then you're just going to want to push it out with your thumb. And you can use a spoon or something. It's just kind of more convenient. It is a little weird to feel the fish's kidney, but it's just way more convenient. And sometimes you will use a butter knife just to get a little bit more of that out. And take your time on this because this is a very sour taste. And you are going to want all of this fish's kidney out because or else you're going to be eating it and you're just going to taste some sour taste and be like, what's that? And then you remembered, oh, I left out a little black spotted kidney. That can't be it. Then you look into the research a little bit more and you find out that's what that little bit of kidney made a difference. But now, after that, what your fish is going to look like. This is a clean, perfect trout. You are ready to fillet. So again, this is how your fish should look like. Now you can cut the tail off, just like cut right there. And if you don't want the tail, so you could do that too. Basically have the whole trout descaled. And you'll probably wonder why I'm not doing it on the belly. There's no scales. Again, we are gonna do a cut behind the head. That one really has no blood. I don't know why. Again, cutting from the butthole up. And don't go too deep again because, yeah, just cut. Okay, so you can see these fins right here aren't going to be a problem because this is on the head. And if you don't know, you don't eat fish heads. So this is going in the trash. So now we're going to pan fry them, which is my favorite way to do trout. And then we'll see how they taste. First thing I'm going to do with my trout is I have this bucket here. And I'm just going to dump it in. No, I'm just kidding. This is for fishing. For fishing bait. So I'm not going to dump my dinner into a bait bucket. But let's taste test this trout here. First impressions, it looks quite flaky. It's hot. So I'm going to talk to you guys when it's a little less hot. Usually you'll cool your trout by kind of, it's hot. It's hot. I'm telling you guys. This trout is hot. I'm not lying. But it's really hot. I kind of just pull out apart so that it cools. But it's going to probably take 10 minutes before it cools, so I'll see you then. Instead of red wine, I'm having orange wine. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a basic Sunny D. No one cares about your Sunny D. Actually, I like Sunny Ds. Anyway, let's test the trout. That tastes really good. It's kind of a flaky consistency while also being a little firm. It's like a mix between bass and catfish. It's that flaky bass meat and then that firm catfish meat mixed together into one fish. It's really good. And it doesn't taste fishy at all. It just tastes like a really just good flavor. Yeah, it just tastes like a really good flavor. Now, in Laguna Niguel Lake, these are really big trout that you catch. These bigger than ones that I catch at other lakes, at least. I don't know what the size of trout you would normally catch, but I went to Idlewild and I fished one of the lakes there, and I caught a trout, maybe this big. And then compared to the biggest one I caught at Laguna Niguel Lake, that one was like this big, and then that one was like this big. My biggest one I caught. And the rig is really actually simple to set up. There's a lot. You just need what you really want is a weight, then a bead, then a swivel, then a very, very small and thin hook, and a trout worm. If you don't know what a trout worm is, ask someone in Big 5 or somewhere like that. I don't actually think Big 5 has them. I just got some today, Bass Pro. Yeah, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video of Creek Adventures. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button so you can see all the fun stuff coming, like the puppy, updates on all the fish tanks, when the corner pond's going to be done, stocking the corner pond, all that fun stuff. So make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button so you can see all that fun stuff. And I'll see you on the next one. See you then. Bye.